Hello and welcome to my class. My name is Jared Daly, and this video is intended to give you an introduction to my course and a little bit of a tour of the different tools that we'll be using in this course. This is what you will see as you're coming into Canvas. You'll have this video in this first link here, and the syllabus in the second link, a link to MyOpenMath, which is the website that I use to host my course materials. The reason I don't use Canvas is because I'm not happy with the way Canvas works for students or instructors, and so I prefer to use this other link. It will not cost you any money, and you'll use the ID provided. This is not the ID for your class, but there will be an individual ID that you will find in Canvas for the class you're taking. And then there's a link to the BrainFuse down here on the left. Let's see, this is actually what you'll see. There'll be fewer things on your screen like this. We have this BrainFuse button that will take you to online tutoring that is free for you. It is live tutoring with real tutors, available 24 hours, 7 days a week. I've heard it's quite good. I've not used it as I'm not a student, but I've had several students use it to great effect. So in this class, I will not hold any scheduled meetings with the class or have any lectures or anything like this in the class. I've found that students either really don't like attending those online for the most part, and I've also found that even if they do attend them and think that they like them, they don't really pay attention or learn anything from them. It's just been my experience that that is the case, and so many years ago I decided to change the way that I teach online classes, and I've had a lot of success. And my students have had a lot of success doing this. And so I provide some assignments, I provide some learning tools, videos and tutorials and so on and so forth, and I try to make myself as available as possible for questions. And then I turn students loose to go ahead and learn the mathematics. I have provided lectures for students who would like a little lecture here and there on a certain subject or about a certain problem, but for the most part I just let my students learn as they do. And I found that that's I think the most effective way to learn mathematics anyway. It's the way that I learned mathematics, and like I said, I've seen a lot of success with this. So that's why I've designed this course the way it is. So let's move on. I'm not going to use Canvas for anything really besides just this kind of jumping off point to go to MyOpenMath, and you can go directly to MyOpenMath. You don't have to come here at all to get there. But this is a place where you can use BrainFuse, so I do keep it open during the semester. Do not send me an email using this inbox here. For some reason, it will not send me a notice that I've received an email from Canvas, and so it's useless to me. I don't have time and nor the inclination to check email in 5 different places, and I check email in one place, and I receive many emails every day, and so I can't check everywhere else. So don't send me any emails through Canvas, please. That's about all I have concerning Canvas, and I'm going to move on to MyOpenMath and other places. It's also a good idea to go ahead and read the syllabus here. This you can find the course ID number and the math enrollment key in your individual syllabus, and so if you do click on that, it will bring you to this document. Again, this may or may not be the one for your semester, but gives you all the information of the course on the first page. And most importantly, it gives you my contact information so you can call me or email me. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. I'm often teaching or doing things not necessarily in my office, so send me an email and I check that regularly, and I also check my messages on my phone regularly. And I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Beginning and ending dates, quite important. And if you are in North Platte and you want to come and visit my office, you're more than welcome. I would recommend making an appointment so that I am there. And I'm more than willing to meet with you and help out in any way that I can. This particular class is a Fundamentals of Mathematics class. We deal with arithmetic of whole numbers, fractions, decimals, and we also deal with things like percentages, ratios, proportions, some beginning algebra, and so on. This is not a course that gives you college credit for any degree, but it is a course that helps you to move on to such courses. It's a developmental course, in other words. Here they have a link to my Open Math, and also this is where you'll find your course ID for your individual course and the enrollment key. If you want to have a book for this course, it is not required that you buy one. There will be links to different learning materials, including a textbook in my Open Math. But if you would like a print version of the textbook, you can buy one. It's $15, I think, and you click on this link here, and it'll take you to that to the place where you would buy that here. Yeah, it's still $15, and I don't know if I've ever had anybody buy it, so I don't remember. I can't think if I've ever seen it, but I'm sure it's reasonably good quality book. The online book is quite good for students, so it's been a good thing. But then once you let's see, we want to go back to here. Instructional methods, like I said, you will be using online materials on My Open Math. You'll do your homework, you'll do exams, grading will be done there as well. Probably most of your communications with me will be done through My Open Math. And if you just want to ask for help, that's the best thing to do. If we do end up posting some mini lectures, I will post them on educreations.com usually, and there are several that are already there actually, and you can go ahead and sign up for free on Educreations, clicking this link, and see things that I have talked about, problems that I've done, and so on for this class. There are only two things in this class really that you do for grades, and that's homework and exams. There will be an exam for each chapter and a final exam that is comprehensive. They'll be done from home. You will do them on your own time. Doesn't require any proctor. Your homework is worth 40%. Your chapter exams are worth 40%. And then 10% for the final exam. Now, there is this professionalism here for 10%, and I put that in there because I would like, professional communication back and forth between us, and if we meet, I would like professional communication then as well, and I'll try to be as professional as possible also. So we just try to keep things civil and professional. Don't usually have to take any points from anybody for that, so it's usually just free 10 points, but it's there nonetheless. Policy of conflict resolution here. If you have any problems with me or the class or a classmate or whatever, you're more than welcome to contact Chan Swanson. This is his email. You're also welcome to talk to me, but if you don't feel comfortable with that, that's fine. You can talk with him. If you're going to withdraw from class, remember that you must do that in the front office. If you try to just withdraw by sending me an email or calling me or telling me, I can't do that for you. You have to do it yourself. And so you need to do that, and otherwise you'll receive whatever grade you've earned to that point. We'll try to keep your information private. That's the FERPA Act. If you have any issues with that, feel free to bring them up. If I'm not keeping your information private, usually that's not a problem. But students with disabilities, if you do have any disabilities, you must self-report those and go through the proper paperwork. There are laws involved there, so this is the information for that. And these are the MPC general education and degree program outcomes, and so on and so forth. So that is the syllabus for Math 100, Fundamentals of Math. And let's move on to see MyOpenMath. When you go to MyOpenMath, you'll go to the front page that looks like this, and you will register as a new student unless you've already registered for some other class, in which case you would just sign in and then enter in the class information and become a student in my class. But if you register as a student here, it's totally free. You'll just enter in information, choose a password, and put your course ID and enrollment key at the bottom. It'll sign up and take you directly to that class. When you do get into the class, you will see a page that looks like this, the front page of the course, where you can have a link. You'll have a link to the syllabus again here at the top, and then each week will be in its own section here with an exam at the end of each unit. So 2 weeks for the first unit, 2 weeks for the second unit, 2 weeks for the third unit, 1 week for the fourth unit, 1 week before the final, and the final will include problems from the fifth unit as well as problems from previous units. So, and of course you can see here that this professionalism is here, but you don't need to do anything with this. It's just a placeholder for me to add the points in to your score, your overall score. As you open each one of these, you will see that there are this actually takes you to the forum, which you can use if you'd like. The forum is for people to talk back and forth with each other. Not many students use it, and I usually answer questions by email. I find it more efficient. If you want to use the forum, you're welcome to. But you also have assignments. So the first assignment is just an intro to MyOpenMath, and you start the assignment. And this one just kind of gives you an idea of how to enter things into MyOpenMath, and it has several questions here, 4 questions actually, and it gives you different types of things, different ways to enter in things. Here you're using the math notation tools to enter in a fraction, for example, putting in numbers, and it tells you it's, if it's right or wrong as far as how it should be entered over here. Lots of things to just kind of get used to using MyOpenMath. And the intro to MyOpenMath is extra credit. It's the only extra credit that will be offered in this class, in fact. So if you want to do it, it's like getting a free homework assignment. Then you go into the regular sections here, and you have a link to the textbook. It'll take you directly to, well, actually it will download a PDF, so you can open the PDF. And then you can read through this if you'd like. And like I said, most students don't, but they just go on to the homework. But it is a well-written and organized book, I think. So it's a useful tool. You'll also have videos that you can go to and you can watch, and they will take you to a YouTube channel. And you can also have a link to each assignment in here. This takes you to assignment 1.1 and so on. You can use late passes. These do have due dates, and so if you're getting close to the end of the due date and you're not quite finished, you can click and use a late pass. It'll take away a few percentage points for the problems you haven't finished, and then you can finish up the homework on time. I allow, I don't know, I think maybe 3 late passes, but I also allow, I also drop the 3 lowest scores, I think, in the class for each student or something like that. But there are lots of things to kind of take away a little bit of the stress of getting homework done a lot. Each section will be like this, and then of course you get to the end and you take the exam. Now when you do sign in to take the exam, it will start a timer, a countdown timer for 60 minutes, and it will not stop. It will not stop if you close it again. It will not stop if once you've opened it, it will count down 60 minutes, and then when those 60 minutes are up, the test will close and you will not be able to open it and use and do it again. This is something that just really can't be changed. So get in, get started on the exam, get done with the exam. Don't try to open it, or don't even click on it or touch it at all until you're ready to take it and take those 60 minutes to do it. Same is true for all of the exams except the final exam. It has actually a 2-hour time limit on it. The times on here are the times that must be done by. So not the time that you should start it, it's the time they must be done by. And that is pretty much everything in the content of the course. Some of the tools that you'll use here are the gradebook, for example. There's no grades here because I'm not a student, but the calendar is very useful because you can click on it and see, what things are due when, and you can actually click on them and go directly to those assignments. One very useful thing about the assignments is this button here, the message instructor button. You click on it and you can use this email system to contact me, which contacts my email account at the college. It also has many tools in it where you can attach like a picture of the work you've done. You can even do math in here. You can do math like, t equals 4 minus 5. You can do things like this, where it creates fractions by pressing this button up here, add new math, and typing it in. And there's there's a learning curve to getting that done right, but it's not terribly difficult to do. You can make graphs and put in charts and do all kinds of things with this. But I will use these tools pretty regularly when answering your emails so that you can see step by step the kind of math that you should be doing in problems. Okay, let's see. And you can also access the email directly from this home page by clicking on the messages button and send a new message button here. You can also look at messages that you've sent and messages you've received from me and so on. I will often contact students and the entire class through this system. So that I think is everything that I wanted to share with you in this class. The grades should update automatically. You don't have to submit the entire assignment when you're done. You can submit it one problem at a time while you're doing it, and that saves it. And I can track all of this and see what's going on there, so I can often help if things are not working quite well for you. If you feel like you've got the answer right, but it's not reading it correctly or something, just send me an email and I'll check it out and see what's going on. And I'm very easygoing about that to help you out, especially as you're learning to use this system. So welcome to the class, and I hope that you enjoy it and have a good summer or semester.